Beyoncé and Solange Knowles have a lot in common when it comes to music, but they each took very different paths after their formative years, with Solange becoming a single mom and divorcee by age 21, and Beyoncé becoming, well, Beyoncé. But despite their differences, they're each other's biggest fans. Here's the truth about their unique relationship. Figuring out the sister thing. Beyoncé had a unique relationship with her sister during their early years due to her time-consuming job as one-third of Destiny's Child. Bandmate Kelly Rowland also lived with the Knowles in their family home at the time. Solange told the Evening Standard that she was 5 years old when Rowland moved in, saying, "Rowland's mother was a nanny for another family, so Kelly lived with us when they first moved from Atlanta. She was like a second sister." Solange also said that being 5 years younger than Bey helped facilitate a strong relationship, saying, "I'm sure if we were closer in age, we wouldn't have gotten along so great, but we've been super close ever since I was about 13. Looking out for each other. The sisters have a history of being very protective of each other. In an interview with BET's 106 & Park, Solange shared her thoughts on the now infamous video of a fan slapping Beyoncé on the butt during a concert, saying, "That's taking it too far. He would have got slapped back." Beyoncé is equally as vigilant when it comes to her sister. In a radio interview with Hot 97, Solange recalled how privileged she was to grow up with Beyoncé as her older sib. Back when Destiny's Child hit song No 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 was blowing up the radio, Solange was in high school dealing with a bully. When Solange alerted Beyoncé and Kelly Rowland, the celebs confronted her classmate. Solange recalled, "They were coming to beat him up, but it was Destiny's Child coming to beat him up." Looking up to her big sis. In 2012, Solange told Roller Coaster magazine that her sister is her role model, crediting Beyoncé for helping her guide her own music career. She said, "It was an insane learning process for me to have a big sister like that, to be able to see the good, the bad, and everything in between that comes with fame and success, and to know what I was getting myself into." But Solange would never want to trade places with Queen Bey, saying, "I really enjoy my privacy and being able to walk my son to school every morning and pick him up every afternoon." A powerful moment. When Solange gave birth to her son, Jules, in 2004, Beyoncé was front and center in the delivery room. But it wasn't Bey's first instinct, as she told Cosmo. "I didn't want to be in the delivery room because I thought I would never want to give birth, but I was moved by the experience." Of course, Beyoncé went on to give birth to Blue Ivy in 2012 and twins Sir and Rumi in 2017. Solange told Vulture these days she sees her sister at least once a week and that they also babysit for each other. She said, "Blue comes over, I babysit. Beyoncé takes Jules sometimes for the weekend. Blue and Jules are going to grow up more like sister and brother than cousins." Now that Beyoncé is a mother of 3, Solange will have her hands full when it comes to babysitting duty. Change of address. Since Jay-Z is from Brooklyn, it makes sense that Beyoncé would make a home in her hubby's hometown. According to rumors reported by Curbed NY, the couple was said to have splurged on a Brooklyn Heights condo. But prior to that alleged purchase, they were reportedly living in an unknown location on the East Coast. Beyoncé told the New York Times, "I've been trying to talk Solange into going to Brooklyn for 6 years. It's so close to her personality. She's such a fashionista. She'll get used to it." Solange finally conceded thanks to the encouragement from her big sister, but she admitted the city took her some getting used to, especially the intensity of the moms in her Carroll Gardens neighborhood. She joked, "Everyone does so much yoga and drinks so much tea." As of 2015, Solange has ditched the yoga moms and moved south to New Orleans. Not mixing business. Collaborating on a song with Beyoncé would be a dream come true for most artists, but not for Solange. Although she's co-written for Beyoncé on tracks including Get Me Bodied and Upgrade You, don't hold your breath on the sisters recording a song together. Beyoncé told the New York Times, "My sister will not record with me. She's her own woman." Number 1 fans. Some siblings fight constantly, from the minute they're old enough to talk. But according to Solange, she and Bey hardly ever disagree. During a Q&A session with Interview magazine in 2017, in which Beyoncé interviewed Solange, the Halo singer asked Solange how she did as a big sis. Solange replied, "You did a kick-ass job. You were the most patient, loving, wonderful sister ever. In the 30 years that we've been together, I think we've only really, butted heads. We can count the times on one hand." But Beyoncé made it known who admires Solange the most, saying, "Clearly, I'm your biggest fan and I'm super proud of you." Now that's what we call a flawless sisterhood. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.